Hello everyone, this is Taylor Edrington with Royal Gorge Anglers in Canyon City, Colorado, the oldest fly shop and guide service on the Arkansas River and only Orvis endorsed outfitter on the Arkansas River Basin. Thanks so much for viewing. This is a fly fishing report for the Arkansas Tailwater below Pueblo Reservoir, and we are now moving out of January into February. February being one of the really productive months on the Arkansas Tailwater. Obviously, we are guiding heavily on the Arkansas Tailwater from about the 1st of November through February and into March. Obviously, there's some great opportunities for some really productive days on the upper river from Canyon City through Bighorn Sheep Canyon in the winter time, especially with the weather we've got coming up in February. At least the long-term forecast shows for just beautiful weather. But the same, will apply to the Arkansas Tailwater. You'll see some really productive fishing here in February. I think the first 10 days of February we're expected to have daytime highs every day above 50 to 52 degrees with a lot of days in the 60s. So expect some really productive, beautiful days on the river here in the first 10 days at least of February. And typically February is really a very dry and warmer month in the wintertime. Typically we see, colder conditions and heavier precipitation in late December and January, and then sometimes again in the spring depending on the year. This year, based on what we're seeing, we may have got our really heavy precipitation early, and it's supposed to really be drying out. But regardless, February is typically a really nice month to spend days on the water. So go out and enjoy. The flow rate on the Arkansas Tailwater has been very consistent in the 70-degree mark, 70 to 80 CFS mark. That should maintain, that should hold there for the foreseeable future. We don't have any acknowledgement from state parks that any increase is coming, so should be fairly consistent there. That is a typical winter flow, but it is a low flow, so expect fish to be in deeper tail outs, deeper pockets, and really tight to structure, so look for them in those J-hooks and rock croppings. There has been a fair amount of pressure on the tailwater. Obviously it's a very popular fishery in the winter, just because of how temperate it is in Pueblo, and easy to get to from the Front Range. So do remember, if you want to learn this fishery, we've been guiding it the very longest. We've had a permit on this fishery for nearly 27 years, and the next oldest permit is maybe 10 years old. So we've been doing it a while down there. Our guides are excellent on the tailwater, and we'd love to take you out and show you the ropes. It is a lot of nymph fishing, and will be in February and even March. Start to see more hatch activity in March as water temperature comes up slightly. But right now we are seeing a lot of productivity on your deeper, dredging rigs. And sometimes in the afternoon we will see a midge hatch or even a BWO hatch. So do keep those in your boxes. What I'd like to show you, is our typical Western nymph rig. Obviously, Euro nymphing is very effective, so you're running a larger point fly, bottom fly, and tagging smaller flies up the rig. You can get really tight to structure, especially with fish being really tight in those rock croppings and J-hooks. You can really get in there quickly and get a good presentation to fish. Western nymph rigs are still effective if you rig them correctly, however. So typically on those Western rigs, our larger flies up front as your first fly, and then you're dropping smaller flies down the rig. We are focusing on various attractor nymphs up front for that lead fly. Always do well on the Arkansas tailwater on a variety of UV worms and pig sticker patterns. This is a UV San Juan worm, pink. You've got the same pattern in an orange. Those are both effective up front. Then you've got the wired worm, which is another pig sticker design tied on that curved hook. That's your red. We fish a lot of attractor nymphs like hare's ears, Guide's Choice hare's ears, Prince nymphs are pretty good, but psycho princes are very effective. This is your green psycho prince. And then your purple, your original psycho prince in that purple color, a very effective lead fly. Gets their attention, a lot of fish take it too. Underneath, like I said, midge life cycle stuff, blue-winged olive life cycle. Really what we're focusing on, early in the day are your midge larvae. Red and orange has kind of been our go-to colors. Desert Storms, pretty hard to beat. That's one of our favorites, even on the upper river. Larry Kingree's signature pattern, the Captain Hook, tied on the red Daiichi, is a very effective fly on the tailwater. And then one of my particular favorites is the ICU midge. They tie some flash into the sides of the thorax rather than the top of the thorax. Just gets their attention. And then your midge pupa, obviously, this is your emerger. So later on, when water temperatures raise a little bit, the midge kind of moves through its life cycle into that emerger. Your rojo, and it's got that wing popped up front. Rojo midge. And then pretty hard to beat Pat Dorsey's Top Secret as kind of a chocolate emerger. Again, size 18, 20, and 22 on all your midge stuff. BWO activity is fairly strong right now. The hatches are pretty sporadic, but subsurface with your nymphs and your emergers, we've had really good activity. This is your radiation betas. Shea Gunkel's pattern, a signature design here, and then your Anatome, fantastic fly. We're fishing a lot darker BWO nymphs, and again, size 18 and 20 on that stuff. For your emerger, one of our key patterns is, and we're focusing more on slate and gray colorations for our BWO emergers. Sparkle Wing RS2, and it really does have to have that flash wing in the gray color, has been great, size 20. And then your WD50 with the flash back has been a really nice little BWO emerger as well. Right now, as far as hatches are concerned, we're really focusing more on the midge adult than we are the BWO adult. Your Sprout midge is one of kind of a go-to, easy to see. It's got that nice post on it, size 20, 22. And then the red Biot extended body midge is a great adult as well. So those are some patterns to focus on. Obviously, you're fishing the dry on its own, perhaps dropping an emerger if you'd like, or midge pupa. You can fish caddis larva deep. You can fish your attractor nymphs deep. You've got your midge life cycle stuff subsurface, as well as your BWO life cycle stuff subsurface. That's really what you want to focus on the tailwater through February and even early March. In March, we'll see a little bit more upturn in the blue-winged olive activity. Obviously, we're fishing a lot harder on the upper Arkansas just because fishing is incredible in late February and early March. So typically, we're not guiding quite as much on the tailwater, but still kind of similar hatch activity on the tailwater as upstream. We do just want to mention one of our big events of the year, our big event of the year. The Arkansas Fly Fishing Festival is coming March 18th and 19th. I know it's a ways out still, but This is a great event. Typically have 400 or 500 people in attendance. We've got great seminars. We've got stream side clinics that weekend. We've got huge sale promotions, obviously, and great in-store specials on March 18th. All of our manufacturer reps will be here. You can cast, you can, try on waders, you can talk to those company representatives. That is a great day. Free beer, we've got music, we've got all kinds of stuff. It's just a lot of fun. That's the Arkansas Fly Fishing Festival, and it is the weekend of March 18th. Third weekend of March, which is typically just incredible fishing on the Ark, upstream from Canyon City upstream. So mark that on your calendar. Just want to mention it. If you have any questions about the Tailwater, obviously we're on it every day. Our guides, are very, very productive there. So if you have any in-depth questions as far as access, as far as rigging, please don't hesitate to give us a call toll-free 888-994-6743 or hit us up on our live chat on our website. Shoot us an email if you'd like, info@royalgorgeanglers.com. Thanks so much for viewing. Again, we've got some great weather coming up. Go out and enjoy some February days on the river. And again, thanks so much for viewing. This is Taylor with Royal Gorge Anglers in Canyon City, Colorado, the oldest fly shop and guide service on the Arkansas River. Let us know if you have any questions. Have a great day on the water.